Well, it's time to take on the final Archdemon. But before we find out who that is and do terrible things to them, we have to mess around with our spells a bit. I went ahead and traded the Maiden's Demon Soul and the Dirty Colossus Demon Soul for Acid Cloud and Death Cloud. And I'm also wearing the Ring of Magical Nature, which increases my maximum spell slots by 1. So I have 7 total slots, and I've got these 2 nasty spells that are, as far as I'm concerned, they're really only good for PvP. Because, Death Cloud is like Poison Cloud, except it inflicts Plague. But unlike Poison Cloud, it doesn't really work on bosses. But it does great on players, especially due to latency issues making it difficult to tell where exactly the cloud is. Acid Cloud is nasty. Remember when I said that I was going to do everything in my power to kill whoever shows up as the old monk here? Well, I'm not just going to kill them. I'm going to destroy all of their armor as well and make them spend a crapload of souls to repair it. Not spiteful or anything. I just want to beat the game. As an admittedly squishy spellcaster, even with the second chance miracle, my best bet at winning a PvP fight, especially against people with some seriously tricked out weapons, is to not get hit by tricked out weapons. And the best way to not get hit by tricked out weapons is to break them. More than likely your opponent isn't going to be able to go into his menu to bring out a weapon that you didn't get a chance to deteriorate with Acid Cloud. So, especially if there's any damage on it to begin with before he invades, I can break their weapon and essentially make it impossible for them to inflict damage on me. And from there, victory is essentially academic. Alternatively, I could get them to run into the Death Cloud. Most people don't have Plague Cure on their hotkeys for items. So if I can get them with both clouds, I will eventually win. Unless, of course, I do anything really stupid, or my opponent is really good at getting into their menus and changing stuff. But before I even get there, I gotta deal with these Black Phantom Mind Flayers. It's kinda hard to see them due to my awesome hat. Speaking of awesome hats, there's gonna be 2 of them on the screen at once I finally make it up to the boss room. Can the Havoc physics engine handle that much hat? We'll find out. This Crystal Lizard definitely can't. As you can see, it's trying to escape the sheer brute force of double hats, and was unsuccessful. Well, then again, I suppose you could count death as an escape. Just not the one I was looking for. Alright. Time to take on Kirillin Cello, the old monk. And we'll start things off with Acid Cloud. He seems to... well, he tried to avoid it, but I'm pretty sure he was unsuccessful. And even if he's not, I'm going to get him to track through it. And it also is looking like I hit him. Yep, got him with the Death Cloud as well. Alright. Between those two things, yeah, I see him trying to cure. But I don't think... Yep, he probably chugged a poison cure. But it's actually Plague. And as you can see, he also hits like a... kind of a tank. Or rather, he would if his weapon wasn't completely smashed. You just keep doing that. Every time you hit something, your weapon is one step closer to being completely useless. Although I'm having difficulty telling what it is. He's got a good shield, though. I believe that's of the Great Shield type, so he could theoretically damage me with it. But, like his sword, it's highly deteriorated at this point. You can see him, you know, trying to whack me with it. Yeah, his sword is gone. Now, I do have to be careful about the lasers. Like, I'm pretty sure he knows he's not going to win this. But, if he keeps it up, I might get hit by all the lasers and die. And that's it. Acid Cloud, extremely nasty. Death Cloud, also nasty. They're just limited in their applications. But you know what? The hat still demands blood.
I can see that you have killed in the past. No one can blame you for that. Demon souls are too precious to relinquish. Perhaps a knight like you would have an interest in my offer. I want you to kill Saint Urbain and his followers. You will be rewarded amply. Do we have an agreement? A reason? Just think of it as an opportunity to extinguish a competitor.
Why, yes, I think we'll take this
Excellent.
offer. This is
I'm
Mephistopheles.
relying on you.
She gives you quests, or rather, if you kill Yurt, which we did back when we let him out of the cage, Mephistopheles gives you quests to kill the various NPCs that you brought back to the Nexus. By doing so, and killing enough of them, I'll be able to get the last 2 colorless demon souls I need to upgrade the Chris Knife. However, those NPCs will be dead forever, so I'm going to go ahead and check to make sure that my miracles are in order before I kill Saint Urbain. I'm not really going to need Evacuate anymore, so I will replace it with Regeneration. And normally I would want to kill him immediately, because if you don't, he's going to unleash God's Wrath on you, God's Wrath being the miracle we could have gotten from the Dragon God's soul. But I'm a nice guy, so I will let him show it off.
Have the souls driven you mad?
It's pretty strong. Not as strong as Firestorm, though. Allow me to demonstrate. Burn. Burn everything. Firestorm's so much fun. Oh, and imagine how much damage it'll do. Once I have the Chris Knife as well. Oh, and that is Homing Soul Arrow. That's the spell that I got from trading in the Old Monk Soul to Sage Frake.
Done already? Here is your reward. Take it.
The rewards start off poor.
Now, for your next task. I want you to kill Sage Frake and his apprentice. I will, of course, provide you with a reward of similar value.
Well, I like Sage Frake, but
Excellent. I'm relying on you.
he's an old man. He's lived a long and fulfilling life. He likes magic. I'm sure he can appreciate Firestorm. And his buddy can appreciate homing soul arrow.
Done already. Here is your reward. Take it. Don't look at me with that ravenous countenance of greed. There is more work for you. I want you to kill Patches the hyena.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes,
No
yes, yes.
reason for
1,000
pause now,
times
is
yes.
there?
No reason for pause. Let's do it. Let's go.
Excellent. I'm relying on you.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. I don't want to just firestorm this guy. I want to enjoy stabbing him and, if I can, kick him off a ledge. You could do it in Dark Souls, but unfortunately, there's no kick here. It's such a shame. I would love to give Patches a taste of his own medicine.
What did I ever do to you?
It's just not the same. Not the same at all. And I do want to know where my soul rays went. Patches is annoying because he does a very good job of dodging you. And the main reason I don't want to use Firestorm now that I'm down here is because I'm not really certain of how devastating it is, and I don't want to kill Stockpile Thomas or the blacksmith. While he's nimble, though, Patches isn't exactly much of a threat. I'll pick up another Thieves' Ring for killing him.
Done already. Here is your reward. Take it.
There we go, that's what I'm talking about. And
Don't
we'll
look
have
at
to
me.
take
I
out one
want you
more.
to kill Bjorn. No reason for pause now, is there?
Well,
Excellent.
I liked Bjorn at first,
I'm relying on you.
but he dissed Frostina right after she learned Firestorm. And that is not going to stand. And neither's he when I'm done with him. Still, it's worth not just blowing him away to see his interesting fighting style. He doesn't use a shield, he dual wields with a greatsword and a crossbow. Which is pretty badass, actually. Didn't do him a whole lot of good, though. Oh, and his armor is extremely heavy. I'll have to go and deposit that with Stockpile Thomas.
Done already. Here is your reward.
Alright, and with that, I'm gonna finish forging up the Chris knife, spend all the consumable souls, level up, and we'll be done.